Yes, hello. Welcome to Friday, NFP Friday. We want to do some pre-NFP analysis and see what we can be expecting as of today. And remember, we don't trade the NFP. We want to be trading after the NFP so that we may see what the intentions of the markets actually are. So without any wasting of time, let's get started. As usual, we want to start from the higher time frame. I'm not really deleting what I've been having for the rest of the week, what we've been trading, and as you can see, we have lots of markups. The weekly fair value gap there. We have this weekly IR as well as this previous week's low and this monthly IR. If we go to the higher time frame, from the monthly time frame, what we are seeing is this monthly candle, the previous month's candle closed really bullish, right? And currently we have traded upwards. Then we pulled back, and do we really expect to see the market drop to this monthly IR? Because we can create an IR and then the market rejects higher. A good example is over here, the market rallied lower with this candle, created an immediate rebalance, then we did push higher and higher. Or could we possibly maybe consolidate, form a bullish fair value gap, then the next candle maybe it trade into it, or we have an extension going higher. So that's what we want to find. We also have a monthly fair value gap over here overlapping with these so it's a monthly fair value gap, which to me is a breakaway candle, because see how this candle closed above the previous candle's high. Therefore, to me, it's a breakaway gap. The possibility of seeing the market trade into that fair value gap are very low. So with this current candle that has 26 days before it closes, for us to continue being bullish, what you want to see is the market closing above this high, right? If we have the lower time frame market displacing above that high, above that high, let's say this is a previous month high that has already been taken, so the PMH with our emoji over here to indicate that the liquidities have already been taken. So the BMH, which the liquidity is already swept. If we have a lower time frame candles displacing above that line, then we can try to look for continuation going higher. Maybe look for the first target, this one, and a continuation going higher. So having known that, from the monthly we can drop onto the weekly time frame, and this should be visible and below. And let me put it to be this other different color to be standing. So this is what we had from that monthly. This is the PMH that we've been talking about. If we see a candle closing above that high, then we want to engage in bullish prices. If we see candle closing, then we displace with fair value gaps above that line, then we want to see continuations going higher. Of the weekly, we did sting into this weekly IR, we pushed higher. We are also currently closing above this last week's high, which was a key level for me, which I was observing. If we have displacement above it, let me label it, but remember we're going to delete it so that we don't have lots of markups. If we have displacement with fair value gaps of this level, then we want to continue higher, and that happened, and I did get some good buys this week, though I haven't really traded this much. But if we also see this area being disrespected, only see a sweep and we continue lower, and disrespect this IR, then we can expect the market to deliver to this previous week's low. But that didn't happen, so we were bullish and trying to look for bullish prices. So I want to tell you, or I want to show you how the market displays above this level and why we decided to look in for buys. So as of I think early Tuesday, this was on Monday, so the market opened and you can see we immediately displaced above. So that was a sign that I indeed want to be looking for bullish prices. Though you can see we had consolidations, we also had this fair value gap, which were really key for us not to maybe rush in. So that's why I've deleted it. And now this is the daily time frame of the daily fair value area, or the weekly IR. What you can see is the market just rally lower, standing into that weekly IR, which we've been talking about, this level. And then you can see how the market is currently rejecting above this previous week's high, right? With that rejection, it tells us that indeed the market looks bullish, because we are reacting off a context area, and also we have a level which we are monitoring. So if I can take back this line, this is the previous week's high. If we see displacement above it with fair value gaps, then indeed we should be looking for bullish fair value gaps. So the market yesterday, after stinging to the context area, we did reject off it. Today we have retraced back into it, and now we are currently rejecting also off this previous week's high. So this previous week's high, I don't want to have it labeled, but in the 4-hour time frame, if we see displacement, then we're gonna get rid of it. Also the daily fair value gap, which you can see labeled there, has already been utilized. We have that daily fair value gap, this one and also this one, and you can see all the fair value gaps are being respected, because there's no candle closing below that daily all those daily fair value gaps 50% level. So with that is also a sign of that the market is indeed bullish. So if we are indeed bullish and we see the market disrespecting or respecting this zone where we are currently, remember that's the level. If we want to see, if we see displacement of the lower time frame with candle closing below above it, also creating fair value gaps above it, then we're going to be targeting the previous day's high, which is currently happening. So that's what I'm really expecting, and need to have more confirmations. So from the 4-hour, as our price had dipped into the context areas, you can see currently what we have is a bullish structure, and we are kind of respecting this weekly high, because we are seeing there's no fair value gaps being formed below it. What we had is only small consolidation, and then the market is displacing higher. I'm gonna send something concerning displacement, whenever we want to look for a trade, always one of the most important confluence that we want to have is, do we really have a displacement over context area? So since this was our context area, and that this daily fair value gap, we have this daily fair value gap that actually hasn't really been traded into, but because a weekly level is of more important than a daily one, so that's why we can maybe we can decide to ride with the wave. So with this of the weekly context area, seeing some nice displacements is the first sign that indeed we are kind of bearish. And if you try to observe the bearish price action, you notice that we are not forming bearish fair value gaps. What we are doing is we are only displacing below previous swing points, no fair value gap being formed. And whenever we don't have fair value gaps, then it's not a sign for us to get involved in the market. So with this, we need to see the 1 hour time frame if we have bearish fair value gaps. So get rid of this. This was yesterday's trade position that I wasn't really involved in. My entry level wasn't really met. I've done already a video. You can previously go watch it, and how it was a live trade. So you can go there and rewatch it maybe if you haven't watched it. So of the context area from the 1 hour time frame, what you're seeing is the market displays yesterday. We had fair value gaps being formed. Then we consolidated a lot. We retraced back to the OTE level of this price leg from this low to the high. You can see the market rallied to the OTE levels, then we have rejected off the OTE levels after sweeping also this liquidity. So if I put on my indicator to show me the sessions, we can see London rally lower to sweep the Asia lows, which is now the power of 3, the exact power of 3. Market consolidated after it opened, rallied lower. We went against the intended direction. Remember, I'm more of buys. And when the market opened, we rallied lower. Asia consolidated. Then London session swept the Asia lows. We also consolidated. Then we are currently displacing higher. And above this level, we have already created a bullish market structure shift. Already, the accumulation has already happened. We have already seen the manipulation during the London session, and now we are displacing, creating market structure shifts, now showing that indeed the intentions of the market are bullish. And since we have a clear target, which is the previous day's high, then the only limiting thing to us is the NFP that we're going to be expecting in the next 1 hour. So at around 8:30, going to be having the NFP, and what I could really anticipate to see NFP do is maybe push prices lower towards these fair value gap. Right? So we have these possible, not possible, it's already confirmed 1 hour FVG. Yeah, possible, because this candle is yet to close in the next 1 hour. So if it closes and confirms a clear market structure shift above this level, because this is the push, this is the high that created this drop lower. So I want to see a candle closing above it. Then during the NFP, maybe staying into this 1 hour fair value gap will be what I would really want before the market stinks higher. Or maybe the NFP can sting to our to the target, create or engineer other liquidities. Then we can expect a drop towards this level, then a continuation towards the NFP highs that could have been created. But the best scenario for me, the best thing I could maybe wish for is a drop to these fair value gaps. If we go to the 30 minutes, we'll notice we have fair value gaps resting below this level. Also the 15 minutes time frame, we have all these fair value gaps that are yet to be traded into. So in the next maybe 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour 15 minutes, we can maybe consolidate, then a drop during the NFP, then later on we can engage with price going higher towards these previous days high. So we have a clear power of 3, and hopefully during the NFP we can have something. And we also have the 1 hour fair value gap aligning with this 4 hour how do you call it, order block, as well as the 4 hour IR, immediate rebalance. I want to see this candle confirm indeed bullish structure shift, then because the NFP is within this candle, then if that happens, we can maybe have the next 9 AM candle expanding towards that high. So that is it. That's what I'm expecting for gold. And let's see DXY. What do we actually have for DXY? DXY, what we are waiting for as of yesterday, remember, wanted to see the market closing below these this level, then a continuation going lower. Was expecting that. That didn't actually happen. Didn't come into fluctuation. We didn't close below it. We confirmed that fair value gap. This fair value gap didn't lead to another fair value gap, so avoided that. So let's see what price did from the higher time frame. The market has been bearish. We tanked lower. We created that gap. Also, this level, it happened as we had called it earlier on. But as of today, what we can see, let me delete all these markups so that we have a clean chart. So for DXY, if we start from the weekly time frame, we had this weekly fair value gap that I was watching, of which I wanted the market to drop off of, which happened not happened this week. I've been calling it from this previous week, and the key level that I wanted to see a reversal of is a sweep of this major liquidity pool in form of the previous week's high, which we did sweep. Then you can see the market has tanked lower. If we go back to the monthly time frame, because this monthly time frame has already closed the previous month had already closed over here, you can see we have been tanking from that moment in time. So we have this fair value area that has been disrespected, and whenever fair value area is being disrespected, I want to see the low of the market being taken. But also because I have this rejection block whereby we have both candles closing and opening at the same moment. That's what I want to target right there. Other than the low, the first target to me is always a rejection block. Then later on, I could see what is happening around this point. Then I can target the immediate low, seeing that we have the direction and the target, and we are in close proximity to it, though we are inside a fair value gap. Remember, this fair value gap had already been traded into with this candle, right? So to me, this fair value gap is now invalid. Dropping into the weekly time frame, market has expanded nicely, and because today is on Friday, we might also expect something like a pullback. So we need to be very careful. The weekly time frame also fair value gap has already been traded into. We are in close proximity to this target. Also have these lows that we can target, the fair value area low. So what I'll do is have that also as my second target. Then dropping to the daily, what you can see, we have a new fair value area that has been created over here. The market closed below these lows, market structure shift, as well as we have that order block. And yesterday closed really bearish after creating this volume imbalance and gap imbalance. We also have a possibility of a fair value gap being formed here. So we can also expect nothing much for a DXY to happen, because if we have a possible fair value gap, then today might consolidate, so that we confirm that fair value gap off which the market will be dropping off of. So we need to also get that. But since we have 11 hours before the market closes, something might happen. And since we have NFP, which will indeed have something, create something, or will do something, we need maybe to be reactive after what has happened. So of the 4-hour, market really bearish. We have these bearish fair value gaps which haven't really been traded into right there, those bearish fair value gaps. Also, these bearish fair value gaps are also being respected. Also, we have that gap imbalance. So for me, for DXY, what I need to maybe wait for is NFP, so that it gives a clear direction. If NFP pushes prices higher towards these highs and also fills these volume imbalances, then what I'll be happy to see is displacements going lower. But if we see price directly pushing towards these lows, then I guess I will be sidelined, will be on the sideline. So what I'm waiting is NFP to do its thing, maybe in the next 1 hour, because we have bearish fair value gaps. We might see a drop, but also we have this 4-hour bearish fair value gap above those levels. Then we need to be very careful, because we are in between bullish and bearish arrays. So this is the bearish array that we are targeting, and this is also this is the bearish one, and also this is a bullish whereby we can react off of going higher. We need to be careful, and since we have these major liquidity pools aligned here, as well as this gap imbalance, we need to be very careful. So I will be reacting off after the NFP, but for now, nothing really clear. But I think what is clear for me is gold. So gold is what I'll be mainly focusing on, because power of 3 has happened. We have liquidity sweeps. We have possible market structure shifts that are going to be happening. We have displacements with fair value gaps. We also have a clear target. Then with all those confluences, then it's the best for me. Is the best pair to look for an entry. So that is it. Hopefully we're going to get something. And after NFP, hopefully I'll see you.